Thanks for checking out Mac Guitar Mania. Today's video is simple and short: how to replace tuners on your electric guitar to improve tuning stability and sometimes just to make it look better. Today's guitar that we'll be working on is my new favorite. It's on the bench right now. Check that out. It's the D'Angelico Premier Atlantic. It's a single cutaway, beautiful guitar. Check that out. The tape is there to hold stuff in place. I don't want my bridge falling off. But check out this photo. Look at those horrendous tuners that someone had put on this guitar before I bought it. Usually it's very easy to replace the tuners if you can find ones that are close fitting to what your guitar already has on it. Now, in my case, it's even easier because I'm putting the stock tuners back on. I had to buy new ones, but these are what came on the guitar, and they're so much better than the cheeseball green colored ones that the previous owner put on it. Finding tuners to fit your guitar is relatively easy these days thanks to artificial intelligence and scanning of photos that you can do on Amazon and other websites, even Google, to find something similar. And then you just need to check the spec sheet that comes with it. Here's an example of a spec sheet for tuners. The tuners we will be using today are Grover Tuners, excellent company, long time history of great quality. Here's a quick list of some helpful tools you'll need for doing this. It's basic, especially if you're replacing with similar sized tuners. I like to use a cordless drill with a nice fine tip on it. And I also like to have a nice fine tip Phillips screwdriver on hand. And probably the best thing is this Cork neck support. I'll put a link down below. This thing is great. It has two different sizes. This is for lifting the neck up real high or just a few inches off the bench. Keeps it up out of the way, keeps you from jacking it up. And then of course you need your tuners. Now this particular tuner is a 3x3. There's 3 on each side. You can't put the wrong one on the wrong side. So if you look underneath this hole here, has to line up with the hole in the back of the neck. So I've set these out so that they're ready to go. These are the left, these are the right, or these are the right, these are the left, whatever you want to say. Depends on how you look at it. If you enjoy videos like this where I talk about gear and even show you sometimes how to upgrade or repair your guitar, and I do guitar demos, please be sure to subscribe and give us a like. So all we gotta do, we remove the tuners we don't want, right? And just so happens the tuners that the previous owner put on did not make any new holes. They kept the same hole here. I'm assuming they didn't change the size of the actual tuning holes there. So it's pretty easy. Take this one here. Notice the hole here lines up with the hole there. Take it. For this first one, I'll use a screwdriver, not the drill. Because this is fine wood, you want to take your time and not overdrive this screw too deep. Sweet. The next step is real easy. You get this little washer here. In this instance, this has a definite top to it. It's more of a beveled edge, whereas that is kind of like a weird offset. That's not for the top. This is what you want to see, the nice beveled edge. Goes right on there. And then you take this cool little nut that fits inside the hole, put it over top of the tuning machine like that. Right? And most of these are the same size, 10 millimeter. I forgot to tell you about this. It's good to have a little socket set. I've found that most tuners, this nut is a 10 millimeter. So once again, I'm not going to over tighten this because I don't want to damage the finish on my headstock. It's a very shiny, glossy finish. take my time. And that's snug. Just go a little more snug. I'm not squeezing down because I don't want to crush this. This is just pretty. I don't want to crush the finish. I don't want to cause it to crack. I'm just going to make sure it's a little snug. There we go. That's all we need. That's really all there is to replacing tuners when you are swapping out same size or similar size tuners. Now, there are instances where you have to re-drill the hole through the headstock. That's tricky. I would highly recommend that you get yourself a nice drill press for that, although you can use just a handheld drill. But the danger with that is if you tilt the drill as you're drilling through, you could cause the hole to go out of whack, which would mean your tuner would be out of whack. Now, I prefer to use the drill press when re-drilling holes in a headstock because it's such a precision thing. You don't want to just with a hand drill and cause it to go out of whack. That would be really bad. I do have a nice drill, a benchtop drill press right over there. I'll put a link below. You don't have to buy one, but if you ever want one, this one's great. It's made by Wen, and it works great. But for now, we don't need to drill the holes, so we won't worry about that. The other thing you might need to do besides re-drilling the holes up here is you might have to enlarge this little hole here, okay? Or you might have to put a new hole somewhere else. There have also been times when you put the tuners on, these just have a flat back to them. But sometimes they'll have a little tab like right here and right here to hold them in place, and they don't have a screw. That's a whole different story. If your tuner's flat like this and it just has a hole and it's closed, you're good to go. If you have those ones with little pins in there, then what you need to do is set it in place as close to accurate as you can tell, and then use like a rubber mallet, hold it straight, and give a few taps. Who's at the door? If you'd like to learn how to set up your own guitar and set intonation and make all the adjustments, check out my 5-step setup process in the video linked here. And that way it will mark the locations on here. But for now, we don't need to do that. So I'm going to finish the rest of these. I'll fast forward it, but you don't have to watch. You know what to do. I hope this was helpful. Check this out. That was easy. The new tuners, the original tuners that I had to buy, look 1,000 times better than those green ones that someone else put on there. They're gnarly on the front. Check out that retro style. And look at the back. You got the nice Grover logo on there. Well, it's not a logo, it's their name. Just so much better. And so easy. And I know these will work better than the ones that were on there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Give me your feedback. Tell me what you think of the video. Was it stupid? Was it helpful? Was it too short? Was it too long? And also, if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button. I make videos like this all the time about guitars and gear and demos and geek stuff. I dig you. Thanks for watching Matt Guitar Mania.